Hey guys, it's the Wingman King here, and today we're going to be talking about how Lucio's Wallride ability, or feature if you will, has been changed in one of the latest updates. And I apologize for not sounding too well. I've picked up a flu a couple of days ago and I'm still struggling to get it out my system, so sorry for that. So in this video you'll see me do a bunch of cool wall rides with Lucio's new updated wall ride ability on two specific maps, namely Temple of Anubis and Kings Row. So what I did is I opened a custom game for myself and just went around and about the map trying different wall rides and see what works and what could be really useful in quick play or competitive games. But just to let you guys know, I will also upload videos where I will test his wall ride ability on all the other maps, because it will simply just take way too long to cover them all in one video. So each video will feature two maps. Okay, so let's discuss how Lucio's wall ride has been changed and why you can consider it as a buff than just a mobility change. So before the update, Lucio's wall riding feature was not really all that impressive, and people was not able or did not use his wall ride like the devs wanted them to. So when you wanted to use his wall ride, it could only be used once after every time you made contact with the ground, and apart from that, the distance you were able to glide across a wall was not very far, which often required you to fall down and start again before you were able to complete a certain wall ride. So they changed it in that you can now basically perform an infinite wall ride, meaning that it is not necessary to touch the ground to continue with a wall ride. This is if the surface you're gliding on is smooth and have no interferences. But if you can manage to jump across different walls, you will still be able to perform a wall ride, which makes for a very interesting and much more intuitive experience. And they've also made that you can now look around and fire your weapon while still gliding along the wall. So Lucio just got a lot more mobile and also a lot more survivable, in that you can basically get onto any platform very easily. And if you really like using his wall riding ability, you can just call him Spider-Man, for you can basically climb walls. And to explain why I now refer to it as an infinite wall ride is that there are maps such as Lijiang Tower and Nepal where you can see there is a certain part of the building structure that consists of a circular shape and contains a smooth surface which allows you to swirl around for technically an infinite amount of time. And this is great because it allows you to contest the point for as long as you can stay up on the wall, so you can still heal your teammates due to Lucio's insanely large healing radius, and you can do damage to the enemies. But to keep this video not too long, I will cover the whole of Lijiang Tower and Nepal in another video. So generally I try to see if there are possible flank routes that you can do, and just overall fun and maybe handy wall rides with Lucio. And as you can see, I found a few interesting routes, and now that I've spent a bit of time testing and trying different routes, I'm interested to see how I can implement it when I'm in a quick play or competitive match. Because when I started playing with Lucio, I didn't use him like I should. I played with him more alongside the ground and just in between all my teammates, and so I didn't see the potential in his wall ride ability. But having said that, in the time that before the update, his wall ride was a bit weak, and therefore I think not just me, I think many people didn't use his wall ride ability to what the developers wanted them to. So with this update I am really glad, and when I created a custom game for myself, I had so much fun playing around with Lucio and just seeing what he can do with his what you can do with his wall ride ability. I mean, It is absolutely just crazy. The possibilities are endless. So if you guys are interested, go and make yourself a custom game and choose the skirmish setting and go and play around with Lucio. Therefore you can test yourself and try different stuff with his Wallride ability and just go around and have some fun. I mean, and practice to see if you can implement it in your quick play and competitive matches. I mean, it can be really useful, I think, and like you can see from the gameplay that I got, there is just a lot of stuff you can do, and as you can see, you can basically just climb vertically on walls, which is crazy. And so to perform specific wall rides, it actually requires a bit of focus, and you need to keep that space bar under control for a bit, and it takes a lot of down presses and on the space bar. You just gotta jump a lot, if you're not gonna try and attempt a wall ride on a smooth wall, and try and go for a bit more crazy wall rides, which in my opinion is a lot of fun, and you can actually achieve great stuff. I mean, it's really fun. So yeah, make sure to jump a lot, especially if you want to climb a wall, and see if you can do that. Make sure to hit that space bar a lot of times and jump. Just keep on jumping. But if you're just gonna glide horizontally across a wall, then you just only have to hold down space bar, tap it once, and you'll go along the wall. But then I want to talk about the fact that you can still shoot while wall riding, and I think that is a really neat update that they made. I mean, because instead of just running away, you can now just turn around, face the enemy, and shoot them in the face. I mean, it's really neat, but this can only be achieved on a smooth runway. I mean, if you're gonna try and go over a bumpy wall or have interferences, you will fall down whilst you're turning around or trying to face the enemy. Then so that will not work. So if you wanna do this, make sure to go across a generally long, straight wall, smooth wall, and see if you can shoot the enemies from there, because that's basically just how you're gonna get it right. So to use Lucio a bit more efficiently, this update has come in real handy, I think, because I've seen a lot of people choose Lucio and basically just go solo play and just don't worry about their team at all. And with this new update that improved his wallride ability to get around difficult places, and or when your team is in need, you can actually just flank around and still keep a distance between you and the enemy, but still get those heals in for your team. So that's why I think his updated wallride ability makes it much more easier to get to your team and also get away from enemies. Like I said, it makes him much more survivable and more mobile, and it makes it's not only great for you but great for your team. So use that wisely. And also, one thing that I saw is when you see your team going down, don't try and rush into the enemies and try and solo play and kill them all by yourself. Rather go back to your spawn and wait for your enemy and wait for your not enemies, your allies to spawn, and then you can use your boost to accelerate your whole team, rather than just sacrificing yourself or just going in for a suicide and delaying yourself by waiting for the spawn time. You can just go back and wait for your team and quickly go back to the war zone and with your teammates alongside you. So yeah, that is one really handy tip that I saw, and that is much more achievable now that he can easily get away from the enemies if you're in that sticky situations. So make sure to keep on moving around, because Lucio is made for that, and the healing and boost switch is there for a reason. And I've seen people not using this to what they actually should. They basically just stay on the heals most of the time, or they just keep their boost on and not noticing their team taking damage. So switch between heals and boost frequently, and that'll keep a real nice balance between your allies quickly getting away, but then also getting heals when you switch to the heals. So make sure to do that as well. But just note that when you're gonna do your wall rides or try and climb vertically, make sure that you have your boosts enabled, the boost ability enabled, because this is gonna help you climb much more faster and glide also much faster. And because with the heals on, you're not going to travel fast, and it's going to be much more difficult to get up and get away from the enemies. So make sure to do that. That is also really handy. Now, I haven't talked about all the wall rides in this video really, but it's actually just you just have to visualize and take it all in. I mean, there's nothing much I can say. It's just that it's a bunch of maneuvers and attempts that I did to see what works and what I can do with different objects and in different places to see if the wall rides will work out and so on. So that's why I say you can take this as inspiration for yourself and go and try it for yourself if you want to. I mean, just play around and see what you can do, because it's up to you, and it's Lucio is a really creative player, and you can really shape the gameplay to what you want to. And I really like him being so mobile. I mean, it's just really fun to get around the map so easily. I mean, who doesn't like that? But anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. It was really fun making it, and in the next video I'll be making sure to talk a lot more about the actual video itself. And so in this video it was just more descriptive and just a bit more of a discussion about Lucio's update and so on and whatnot. But I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. But anyway guys, I'm gonna stop the commentary here guys. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. Make sure to leave some comments down below, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.